Hello, everybody, and welcome to our main event here this evening on FCL Warfare. It is the moment that you've all been waiting for. The First Class League Championship will finally be defended. Zaflertinflouse, the champion, takes on Tavis Fishburn. We're going to break down how we got here, but Steph Sabra, FCL title match. Last time we had one, Kofi Outlaw versus Nick Harley, went into overtime. One of the great matches we've had in FCL history. How do you feel about this FCL championship extravaganza?
I don't want to take anything away from the first championship match we had, but this one's a little bit different. We're capping off our first season in FCL history. We are exploring new grounds like the explorers we are in a way that we've never done before. And we have two of the most enigmatic personalities coming on the screen to go head to head today. And I feel like we've been talking about this nonstop. Everyone has wanted to take Flouse down. And the person that I think we all thought someone can, it would be Tavis Fishburn, someone that has come into the league by surprise, taken us all by storm, and has an unbelievable record and percentage of correct answers to prove it. So I have no idea how it's going to go down. All I know is, and you know what I'm about to say, drama, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the drama is a great word to describe what we've seen this season with that FCL championship. The inaugural title match, again, was with Kofi Outlaw, Nick the Spoiler Harley, and boy, did he live up to his pseudonym there, the Spoiler. At the end of the match, he says, hey, I'm going to the Rock Stars. I'm going to go hang out with Roxy Stryer in the MTS, and I'm going to give this championship, the prestigious First Class League title, I'm going to give it to Zaflertinflouse, who did win his match against the Warfather and was the rightful number one contender. However, Zaflertinflouse has kept that championship hostage now for the entire season, and he thought he was going to get out of this easily. He thought he was going to be taking on the boat Brad Gilmore for that championship, but no, Tavis Fishburn is the man he's going to have to go through. This is a guy who, out of nowhere, out of the blue, sent me an email. I don't know how he found my email. I never asked him. A little creepy. Nevertheless, he found it. He sent me an email, said, I want to be a part of the FCL. I said, you know what? You can be a part of the FCL. And boy, was he what we call a diamond in the rough, undefeated competitor, 4-0. Can he go 5-0 and cap off his season with a championship victory? We're going to see here momentarily. But Steph, first, let's take a look on how we got here to this very moment right now at FCL Warfare. Your main event, Zaflertinflouse, the champion, defends against the travesty.
Well, spooky season is upon us, and if I were you, Sir Flouse, I would be getting very scared indeed right about now.
Brad Gilmore wants to be a stinky stinker and use the old "it's in the fine print" switcheroo on the Flouse. I invented the fine print switcheroo, Gilmore. In Australia, they called me the Kanga Switcheroo.
Can you smell that fall air? And by fall, I'm not talking about colorful, pretty leaves. I'm not talking about trick-or-treating. And I am most certainly not talking about pumpkin spice lattes. I'm talking about the fall of Zaflertinflouse.
Now I have to compete against this Tavis Fishburn. Is the Flouse scared? Nah.
Now I've been working long and hard, climbing up this hill. And what do I find at the top but the Flouse on Haunted Hill? And while you may have been able to scare our commissioner with a bunch of legalese and gobbledygook, let me tell you, son, there ain't a lawyer on earth that can protect you from the hell that is coming your way.
I will defeat this Fishburn, and no one will ever see the FCL champion belt again, because I locked it away in a safe deposit box and may or may not have lost the key and the password needed to get another key in case you lose the key, and it's neither here nor there.
Now, Flouse, while I do respect every single accomplishment you have made as a German pop artist, I have had my eyes on that belt for far too long to let you get in the way. And let me tell you, son, it ain't stopping now.
Fishburn will lose, and I will keep my seat on the throne, thus proving that I deserve the belt, and I will have it forever, mostly due to the fact that I may have lost the belt forever due to my negligence.
And just like my friend Michael Mann, I am going to be bringing the heat to you, Zaflertinflouse. I have had a burning desire for that belt since day one, and I will not rest until it is mine. And every single contract that the Flouse has in the FCL is burnt to ashes.
This is warfare, and I will win the war. What is that password? It's like favorite pet's name, or it's your mascot or something, or your school. I can't remember. I'll figure out the password. I'll find the belt, okay?
There you have it, Steph Sabra. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of hills and valleys, bumps in the road with your man Zaflertinflouse taking on Tavis Fishburn. We're moments away. Just tell me how you feel about this.
I feel like I don't know how to feel because on one hand, that is my man, but on another, he hasn't really been responsive to me. And we have to take in consideration that so many people want to take this man down. The moment Flouse was crowned champion, we had drama ensue in a way that the FCL hasn't seen before. Everyone was on their hot Meek Mill Twitter fingers getting at us about this, waiting for this day. And now we actually get to see, will he keep this belt or what will happen next?
Well, you know what? Zaflertinflouse has an incredible opportunity to silence all the haters of his FCL regime. Tavis Fishburn has that opportunity to hold FCL gold, be the third person to ever do it, and end the season that way. We're going to find out who the winner will be and who the loser will be. It'll be 5 rounds of FCL action, and it all begins right now. Steph, are you ready? Should we bring in our competitors?
Let's do it, Brad.
All right, here we go. Introducing first, the challenger. This man holds a record of 4 wins with no defeats. This is Tavis, the Travesty Fishburn. There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Tavis, the Travesty Fishburn. You are here, and you know what? You were not hand-selected to be here. You earned your right to be here. 4-0, the only person that can say that in FCL history. You said you wanted the Flouse. Now you have the Flouse. How does it feel?
Oh, feels great to finally be bringing the Fury to the Flouse. And I'm going to be taking that belt from his German sticky fingers.
Tavis Fishburn, I'm sure a lot of people would be excited if you did take the belt from him, but I gotta ask, what would it mean to you to win this? Like Brad was saying, he doesn't know how you got his email, but I think we're all happy that you did get his email and did join this league. So what would it mean to have that championship belt of the FCL to close out the season?
It will be an absolute dream come true. It's been everything that I've been working for all season long. Even before the season, I was ready, chomping at the bit to get in there, to go after that belt. From the first time I just heard Brad knocking on that belt, I said, that belt is going to be mine one day.
Well, you know what? And it could be yours by the conclusion of today's contest. Tavis, the Travesty Fishburn, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
All right, Steph, there is Tavis Fishburn, and now there's only one person left to bring in. Here it is. And his opponent, the international music superstar, the undefeated, reigning and defending First Class League singles champion. This is Zaflertinflouse.
Hello! What's up, FCL?
There he is.
Hi, Steph.
Hey, babe.
Oh, that was good. I dropped something. How are you doing, Brad? How are you doing, Steph? Are you ready to see me kick some popo?
Some popo?
Yeah, that's German for booty.
You know what? I'm looking forward to a great match, Zaflertinflouse. Here you are. You're finally defending this championship. And be honest, you've kind of avoided this day for as long as possible. How do you feel about having to defend that championship, which some people say you never really even won?
Yeah, I don't know what this hashtag not my champion means. It's very mean. Because I won that fair and square. But I think this is going to be a piece of cake, a piece of cupcake. See, because I put cupcakes on there. It's a shilly joke.
I love the cupcakes. I don't love how you've been dodging me and how it's been hard to get a hold of you. But I gotta ask the Zaflertinflouse. So a lot of people don't think that you even care about this belt. And I know that you have so many accolades. You're an international superstar. You've done an unbelievable amount of things in your life, accomplished so much. But tell me why keeping this belt would be one of your greatest accomplishments if it is.
I can't believe people would say these things. I mean, I love this belt so much. I'd put Grogu on it. See, I'm a nerd too. I geek out. I'm geeking out over here over this belt. It's so shiny, and I walk around with it around the neighborhood, and people say, "Hey, look at that guy," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got the stuff." You know, I'm lit, right, Steph?
Right, exactly.
Fire.
So fuego.
You're very fuego. You're very lit, Zaflertinflouse, and I know that you've tried to bring in other kind of consultants, like your friend over there. That you've been dealing with your errand boy or what have you, Andrew Furtado. But I'm glad that you have decided to come up here, be by yourself, stand on your own too, and defend that championship.
Yeah, Brad. Here's the thing. There was actually a very, very fine print below the fine print. It was even finer. I think it was like a 7-point font. I was allowed to pick my own announcer to join us today, and I'm like to bring in Andrew Furtado to help announce.
It's Furtado.
You say Furtado, I say Furtado, whatever. Just bring him in. He's my announcer.
No. Are you serious? We don't really have to deal with Andrew Furtado, do we? That's not a real thing. I hope not.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Brad, it is a nightmare for you, but a dream come true for me. I get to call one of the greats, one of the future greatest matches you're ever going to see in the FCL with one of the greatest champions that we've ever had. No, not one of, the greatest champion, who I have been spending the entire week with preparing him for this match. Brad, wipe that smirk off your face.
We even have his name on screen. Like, I feel like, how are you pulling these types of stunts?
You know, when you have the champion in your corner, he pulls strings. He gets you into clubs. He gets your name. He gives you a Twitter handle. You know, there is no limits to his ability to spice up my life.
Spice up? Is that what you said? Spice up?
I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this, Andrew Furtado. Why are you wearing the same shirt as Tavis Fishburn?
Well, first off, it was unplanned, but I am glad it happened because, number one, I'm just as good as Tavis Fishburn. I don't know if anyone remembers, after studying with Flouse, I took the Fish Boy all the way to his 5-pointer. And the only reason I did not take the win is because Flouse and I were listening to a lot of Sugar Hill Gang, and that was in my head. So Sugarland, Sugar Hill, it happens. Okay, it's a real thing. It's a real problem. And I feel, first off, first edition, he's wearing some knockoff brand. This is first edition, the first batch of these shirts that went out. This is the true, tried and true. Just like me, I am the true, tried and true.
We understand. You know what? I'm
better than him.
I'm not happy about it. Steph, you don't look too pleased or enthused by it. However, we're going to have to live with it. So we have our competitors. They have been announced. If we can please go to them right here. Yes, there he is. We have Tavis the Travesty Fishburn. We have the FCL champion, Zaflertinflouse. And now it is time to read the rules of round number 1, the first of 5 potential rounds here in the FCL. Round number 1 works just like this. Each player will receive the same 8 questions. They will write the answers down on the whiteboards or writing surfaces that they have in front of them. They will speak and reveal the answer that they have written at the end of a 15-second countdown. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Unless you get all 8 correct, you're asked a 9th question worth an additional 1 point. For the entirety of the match, you have 3 question repeats, which we also call the JTE rule, and you have 1 challenge per match. If you feel like your opponent's answer or the question isn't exactly clear, you can challenge it. We will take it under advisement and then rule on said challenge. Those are the rules for round number 1. As we come back to our table here, Steph Sabra is joined by Andrew Furtado and myself, and it's time to ask the all-important question here in our main event of warfare. Tavis Fishburn, are you ready?
Klaus says that he's bringing some cupcakes. I'm ready for some German chocolate cake. Let's do this.
Zaflertinflouse, are you ready?
Yeah, now I'm hungry though. This is crazy. Can we eat and just go eat instead of doing this? Oh, whatever. Let's play.
Andrew Furtado, are you ready?
Sir, I've been studying with the Flouse. All I'll have to say is, Flouse, are you ready?
Of course.
Let's do this.
And Steph Sabra, are you ready?
Brad, we need something like that. Damn it. Yes, I'm ready.
That was pretty cool.
Let's get classy.
All right, here we go. Round number 1, question number 1 for the FCL Championship. Your first category, gentlemen, famous actors and actresses. Which actor features in the following films? The Foreigner, The World's End, and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Now, just a friendly reminder in the commentary here. No one can speak for the Flouse except for me. That is in the contract. It is tried and true, and I would appreciate if you respect that. Look at him with his form, by the way. It is flawless.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pins down, hands up, pins down, hands up. And we start with the challenger.
Got Fierce Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan is correct. Zaflertinflouse.
Just didn't write it fast enough, but I knew it, so.
All right. Unfortunately, that does not count. So early lead for the challenger.
I feel like there should be a pass there.
This should really be. You could take longer in between the questions for people with older brains, but just go.
It's a good idea maybe for next season. But we move to question number 2 in the category of the 1980s. Speaking of older brains, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What actor starred in these 2 films released in 1988? Rain Man and Cocktail.
Man, being with you guys is like, I need a cocktail.
You're telling me.
For sure.
Oh.
Well, we have an early lead here from the challenger, Travis the Travesty Fishburn. See if he can hold that lead here.
Need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Zaflertinflouse first.
Tom Cruise's.
That's correct for a point, Fishburn.
Best runner in the business, Tom Cruise.
Another point for Fishburn, 2-1, as we move to question number 3.
All right. Question number 3 in the category of franchises. Magnum Force, The Enforcer, and Sudden Impact are all entries in what franchise?
Furtado, which one of these describes Zaflertinflouse's commanding relationship with you?
Sudden Impact.
Gotcha.
It hit me with a wave, and I haven't been the same since.
Which one of these describes Flouse's relationship with you, Steph? And we need to answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Magnum Force.
1. Pins down, hands up. Pins down, everyone. And we start with the Fishburn first.
Guy who needs a bath, Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry is correct. It's a Flirtinflouse.
Oh, yeah. That Cry Macho guy, but I think my pen broke, so I forgot to write it.
That's weird. I just see a white screen.
No,
I'll let
put
you
it
take
closer.
this
I can
one
see it.
this time, Fishburne, but I totally knew that one.
Yeah.
I could see the writing, the penmanship. It's the ink. Let's get him a new pen, please. Let's take a 5-10 minute break. This is ridiculous.
Not now for Tato. Question number 4 in the category fantasy and sci-fi. This 2016 Disney fantasy film is a remake and follows the adventures of a creature named Elliot and features performances from Bryce Dallas Howard, Carl Urban, and Robert Redford.
All right,
Robert
right
Redford.
now. Yes, Robert Redford.
He sports a beard almost as good as the Flouses at this moment in time. It's fantastic.
Almost. Give me the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. We go to Zaflertinflouse first.
They remade E.T., didn't they?
That is incorrect, and I hope they don't do that. Fishburn.
It's a Pete's Dragon.
That is correct for a point.
Oh, that's why I didn't like it, because I hated that remake.
All right, it is 4-1 right now. Fishburn going perfect. Your fifth question, gentlemen, in the category of dramas. In 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, who co-stars alongside Frances McDormand as stubborn Chief Willoughby and garnered an Oscar nomination for his performance?
You know, Flouse has a few billboards outside, not in Ebbing, Missouri, because apparently there's no music lovers out in that area. But I made sure that there's one outside by my house. I'll take a picture later.
4, 3.
I feel like you're just trying
2,
to push me off.
1. And pins down, hands up, and we go to the Travesty Fishburn.
Put down Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson is correct. Zaflertinflouse.
It's crazy. When he says it, I remember it. It's like this weird sense memory thing.
All right, so no answer there
2020.
for the Flouse. It is 5-1, 5-1 with 3 questions remaining in round number 1.
Question number 6 in the category of directors. Who directed Denzel Washington, John Goodman, and Don Cheadle in the 2012 drama Flight?
Steph,
Did
have
see
you ever
this
been on a
movie?
flight?
Okay, there you go.
Have you ever been on a flight
A
with
few
Zaflertinflouse?
Oh, no, unfortunately, he won't take me on the private jet or the chopper.
Man.
Need the answer in 5, 4. Have
ZNA
you?
on the PJ
3,
is just so great.
2. Oh, wow. 1. Rub it in. Pens down, hands up. We go to the man who didn't invite me, Zaflertinflouse.
I swear, these were not the questions you sent me, Steph. But I
Don't out me right now. Travis Fishburn, did you pull it?
Put Bobby Z, Robert Zemeckis.
Fishburn pulls it for another point.
Robert Zemeckis is correct. Robert Zemeckis is correct as we get to question number 7, an action adventure. Nick Nolte was introduced as Secret Service agent Mike Banning's father in what 2019 action sequel?
Nick Nolte, a legend. But how was the private plane for Tato?
Yeah, I want to know what's going on here because Flouse he's doing
Tato,
great.
be quiet.
He should be
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please do everyone a favor. Pins down, hands up. Travis Fishburn, we begin with you.
I didn't pull it.
All right, no answer there. There goes the perfect round for Fishburn
First
and
blood.
Zaflertinflouse.
Well, I guess we have something in common because I didn't have any visa. So
See,
this
Flouse
is going
has not
swimmingly.
answered anything incorrectly. He has not answered questions, yes, but not incorrectly. You, sir,
That's the
have
key.
gotten your first wrong answer. How does that feel?
Okay,
We
well, we're
moved
going
to
to question 8, Steph.
number 8.
What was the answer?
Angel Has Fallen. And Nick Nolte's performance was pretty awesome for those at home. Question number 8. In the category of horror, Dream Warriors is the subtitle to the 3rd film in what horror franchise?
All right, we'll see if Travis Fishburne can capitalize now, get 7. See if Zaflertinflouse can get at least 2 points on the board before round number 2.
I am having pen trouble, to be truthful.
Answer
Do I go
in
first
5,
this time?
4,
5,
yes, 3,
4, yes.
2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Zaflertinflouse.
Can you see that it says Nightmare on Elm Street, even if it's wrong?
Yes, I can see
PLD,
that.
we got, okay, yes, we can go with Nightmare on Elm Street as your answer.
And that is correct for a point for getting another point on the board. Fishburn.
After Freddy had his revenge. It's a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Another point for Fishburne in an almost perfect round.
Almost perfect round. That brings a close to round number 1 here in the FCL. Right now, Tavis Fishburn has the lead 7-2 as we get to our next round, which we affectionately call, Steph, and for the last time this season, the Whirl Round. Yes, the Whirl Round. Round number 2 in the FCL works just like this. Each player will have a spin at the category wheel. They can re-spin once unless it lands on opponent's choice, of course. Competitors will get 4 questions for their chosen category. Questions for 2 points each. Unless you opt to go to multiple choice, then the value drops down to just 1. You have 15 seconds to answer each question. The only big difference here is opponents may steal if a competitor gives an incorrect answer. Of course, repeats and challenges are still in effect. Right now, Zaflertinflouse is down by 5 points. Travis D. Fishburn, you are in the lead, sir, as we come back to our table here. You are in the lead, sir. Would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I'd like to go first.
All right, Travis D. Fishburn going to kick us off real proper like. Let's give that wheel a whirl.
Let's do it. Last time this season.
No chivalry. No, I think it's foolish. He should let the champion go first. But, I get it. He has no class.
Well.
And it lands on Quentin Tarantino.
Of course.
Would you like to stick with Quentin, or would you like to spin again?
Yeah, let's take it.
All right, he's sticking with Quentin, and I will be administering your questions here in round number 2, and you are going to get 4 questions in the realm of Sir Quentin Tarantino. As we pull up the questions here, Tavis Fishburn, your first question. Who plays the titular character in 1997's Jackie Brown?
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier is correct for 2 points there, 2 points there, and we move to your next question. What is the name of the group of assassins that the bride swears revenge on in the Kill Bill films?
Give me multiple choice.
All right, opts to go to multiple. Your options are, is it A, the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, B, Crazy 88s, C, 5678s, or D, The Wedding Party?
Go with A.
A, the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad is correct. That is correct for 1 point. That is correct for 1 point as we move to your next question in Quentin Tarantino. In Pulp Fiction, when Mia and Vincent are ordering at the restaurant, what does Mia order that Vincent is surprised costs $5?
Give me multiple choice.
Going to multiple on this one as well. Is it A, French fries, B, a sundae, C, a burger, or D, a milkshake?
It's a milkshake.
Milkshake is correct. Milkshake is correct. Milkshake is correct. And now your final question here in Quentin Tarantino. In The Hateful Eight, Sam Jackson's character, Major Marquise Warren, has forged a letter from what U.S. president?
Give me another multiple choice.
All right, opts for the third time to go to multiple choice. Your options are, is it A, George Washington, B, Abraham Lincoln, C, Andrew Johnson, or D, Millard Fillmore?
Gonna go with Abraham Lincoln.
And that is correct for 1 more point. It is 11-2, 11-2, a 9-point advantage for Tavis D. Fishburn there. Steph, Andrew Furtado, what is your assessment of Fishburn's round?
That was a great round. Quentin Tarantino, when you get into a name like that, the questions can be a little bit more specific, so which we saw. And I think that it was smart technique to go to multiple choice when he wasn't sure.
I feel just so frustrated because this is one of the subjects that we studied for so hard. And watching just this man ruin it he was getting those 2 points, we're knocking down to 1. So if anything, it's a lead. So I feel like we're actually in the lead now more than him because he lost 4 very, very important points.
All right,
if that
we'll
were
see.
perhaps the first round, I would be winning right now. But you gave those wrong, horrible questions in the first round. So this is on you, Brad.
Okay, we're going to now bring up the wheel here for Zaflertinflouse, the defending champion here in the FCL. Here is your spin. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
Give the wheel a whirl. I know, Steph. This is literally the last time right now.
The last time.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah. We'll see where the wheel whirls to. And it lands on 2000s. Zaflertinflouse, would you like to stick with 2000s or would you like to go again?
Let's see here. Let's spin again. The 2000s were blurry for me.
Yeah.
All right,
that was
they're
on
blurry.
me. That was on me. I shouldn't have been doing the whirl too. I jinxed that one. I'll stop. I won't do anything this round.
All right, thank you. Don't do anything. Why don't you do that for the rest of the game? And let's give the wheel now a whirl there.
Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep.
Always down for that.
And it lands on where?
The 2000s.
Is it on the line there, PLD? I think that we are on the line here is what it looks like to me. No, it landed on the 2000s. It landed on the 2000s. So you're going to be sticking Zaflertinflouse with the 2000s here as we bring up your questions. Steph Sabra will administer these. And Steph, whenever you're ready.
Joaquin Phoenix plays Commodus, the power-hungry son of Marcus Aurelius, in what 2000 film?
Das ist Gladiator.
Gladiator is correct for 2 points, and he was an absolute douche of a character. As we move
like
here,
this, it was really crazy.
second question in round number 2. Jim Carrey featured in 2 films that were released in 2000. One was Me, Myself, and Irene. What was the other?
I think I know this, but I will take multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Man on the Moon, B, The Majestic, C, Bruce Almighty, or D, How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Ooh. C.
C is incorrect. So now I will ask the question as well as the multiple choice for Travis for an opportunity to steal. Jim Carrey featured in 2 films that were released in 2000. One was Me, Myself, and Irene. What was the other? A, Man on the Moon, B, The Majestic, C, Bruce Almighty, or D, How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
It's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Max, get me my cloak. That is correct for a point and a steal for Tavis Fishburn as we move to Zaflertinflouse's third question in the category of the 2000s. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Connelly, and Himone Hunsu starred in what 2006 thriller directed by Edward Zwick?
Repeat, please.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Connelly, and Himone Hunsu starred in what 2006 thriller directed by Edward Zwick?
Multiple choice.
A, Blood Diamond, B, The Departed, C, Body of Lies, or D, Revolutionary Road?
That would be Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond is correct for a point.
I was getting confused because I think it's Jaimin Hansu, but I hate to mansplain to you, but...
You definitely are. It's definitely Jaimin Hansu. Thank you so much for the correction and apologies for the mispronunciation as we move to the fourth question in round number 2 for Zaflertinflouse. What is the subtitle for the second film released in the Chronicles of Narnia series?
Multiple choice.
A, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. B, Prince Caspian. C, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Or D, The Silver Chain.
Prince Caspian?
That is correct for
Wow.
a point as we close out Faust's final question in round 2.
I was going to
All
say,
right.
I thought I had 6, but okay. Now we're good.
All right, here we are, and we move on to
It's a nail biter, isn't it, Brad?
Right, it's very much so. It is 13-6 as we move to our third round here in our 5-round championship contest. Round number 3 is the betting round. Here's how round number 3 works in the FCL. Each player will be able to wager between 0 and 3 points. The leading competitor spins the wheel to determine the category. A single question is asked to both competitors. Points will go up and down by the wagered amount based on the answer. You have 15 seconds to answer the question after it has been asked. So, we are going to now bring our wheel back up, our whirl wheel. And Tavis Fishburn, it is your virtual whirl, sir. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so let's give the wheel a whirl here one last time.
The last time, so I'm going to do it for him. I want him to get that bad luck.
Andrew Furtado, how did you find your way into this match? And it lands on, I believe that is opponent's choice is what I'm seeing. I am seeing opponent's choice. I'm going to make
I'm a curse.
The line judge. It's on the line is what I'm telling.
Yeah,
On
it
the
looks
line.
on the line to me.
On the line goes to the right. So it is Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is your category. Now, gentlemen, what we are doing right now is I will count you down from 3. You will enter into the chat either 0 or 3, or 0, 1, 2, or 3 points, whatever you decide to wager in the realm of Quentin Tarantino. So, gentlemen, once you are ready, I'm going to count you down now from 3. So put your wager in the chat here in 3, 2, 1. All right, they should be in. All right, and they are. So now, here we go. We're going to ask one question to you both in the realm of Quentin Tarantino. That question will be asked by the one and only Steph Sabra. And, gentlemen, your question is thus.
Which Tony Scott directed film was written by Quentin Tarantino?
All right, 15 seconds. This could really change the balance of power here. Both gentlemen.
Quick to the boards. And we need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will go to Zaflertinflouse first.
How many points did you wager?
3.
True Romance is correct. For 3 big points for Zaflertinflouse. And Fishburn, how many points did you wager?
2.
And your answer?
True Romance.
Oh,
True
should have gotten it wrong.
Romance. All right.
I agree.
Now, with that, though, Steph, Zaflertinflouse has closed the gap here just a little bit, only down by 6 points at this time. It is 15-9 as we get now to the 4th round, the speed round. But before we get there, I want to get takes from our desk of luminaries. Let's start with Andrew Furtado. How do you feel about the play that we've seen thus far?
I'm feeling incredible. Flaus is he's almost double digits, and we're there. I can feel it. The championship is safe. So, I mean, honestly, Travis, you should have gotten that one wrong. That would have been the nice thing to do. And I think you messed up by doing that. It's not very respectful to your current champion. You should have done it. Other than that, I feel like the match has been going pretty great in our favor. I was expecting a lot more Golden Compass questions, more so than Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which we studied. But he did great. He got that question, no problem. How do you feel, Brad?
As long as no one ever talks about Polar Express, I'm fine. That one lives in my nightmares forever. So that's all. As long as there's no Polar Express questions, I'm fine.
All right. You know what, Steph, I want to hear what you have to think, but let's get to the rules for round number 4 here real quickly. Round number 4 is our speed round, and in the FCL, it works just like this. Each player will receive 10 random questions. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Each incorrect answer, you will lose 1 point. You have 60 seconds to answer all questions. Competitors may pass on any question with no penalty. Pass questions will be asked once again after all other questions have been asked. Questions will continue to be asked until all have been answered or until your 60 seconds expires. As we come back to our two players, Travis, the Travesty Fishburn, is in the lead 15-9. Travis, would you like to go first or defer to your opponent?
Going first.
All right, so now the champion, Zaflertinflouse, will exit our stream. He will exit our stream as we get him out of here. Steph, now we go to you. Steph, what is your assessment so far of what we've seen here in this championship extravaganza?
Well, I think that Fishburn is using techniques and playing the game safe, which is smart right now. He's still in the lead, and I think Zaflertinflouse did what he needed to do in round 2 to get those points, and he did a pretty good job, especially in that betting round. I wonder what would have happened if he had bet even more points, but it gives the game a little bit more zhuzh now that he's closed the gap on Fishburn a little bit. So we'll see what the speed round does.
All right, and Andrew Furtado, based on your prior experience in the speed round, what advice would you give to Mr. Tavis Fishburn?
Well, considering I haven't been here before, you jerk, I feel like pretty confident, actually. As you can tell, I usually talk a lot faster than my brain moves. So these are the kind of rounds I personally go for and do and exceed in. Travis, I feel like he needs to think about what's coming out of his mouth a little bit more. I don't feel like he's going to be doing too well in this round.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Andrew Furtado, as always, for your incredible insight that only you can provide. As we now get to the speed round, Travis, you're clear on the rules.
Yes.
Your 60 seconds will begin after I ask the first question. We're going to do one quick test just to make sure everything is clear and concise. Travis, your question, who wears this shirt better?
Oh,
Wow.
obviously I do.
Okay, there we go. That's
First
what I
one
thought.
wrong. Point off the board.
So now, here we go. I'm about to ask you your first question. Travis, your time begins after the question has been asked. You will have 60 seconds. Your first question. Who won an Oscar for her performance in Walk the Line?
Reese Witherspoon.
How many Halloween films did Rob Zombie direct?
2.
What year was Clueless released?
1995.
Who featured in the films The Rock, Just Cuz, and The Presidio?
Pass.
Who directed the films Darkman and Spider-Man?
Sam Raimi.
Who provided the score for E.T. the Extraterrestrial?
John Williams.
Who stars in the titular role in Ace Ventura?
Jim Carrey.
Who plays the Queen of Genovia in The Princess Diaries?
Pass.
In The Way Back, what sport does Ben Affleck coach?
Basketball.
Who portrays the White Queen in 2010's Alice in Wonderland?
Anne Hathaway.
Who featured in the films The Rock, Just Cuz, and The Presidio? Time. All right, that is Tavis Fishburn's speed round. Travis, we appreciate you. We're going to come back to our desk here to discuss what we just saw. Steph Sabra, Travis, the Travesty Fishburn. Oh, I thought we got rid of him for a moment. Travis Fishburn.
I was worried.
Very efficient in his time management. Almost got through all the questions, but had to pass on a couple there, Steph.
Yeah, that was impressive because he was still able to accomplish all the questions with the passes. So he wasn't using too much time, especially for, I believe, his first time at the speed round. That was a great round.
And Andrew Furtado, what advice do you now give to your companion there, your compatriot, Mr. Andrew Furtado?
First off, that was Russian. He's German, and you should know the difference. I honestly think he's got this. These questions are simple. They're fun. He won't need to waste all that time with repeats because this man knows his stuff. So I'm feeling very good. I feel like Travis really wasted a lot of everybody's time, not only his, to lose that extra point. I feel like, we're going to see a same champion at the end of this night, and that only reaffirmed me.
All right, now it's time for Zaflertinflouse's speed round. Again, your 60 seconds will begin after I ask the first question. And here we go. Your first question is Zaflertinflouse. Who won an Oscar for her performance in Walk the Line?
Pass.
How many Halloween films did Rob Zombie direct?
2.
What year was Clueless released?
Pass.
Who featured in the films The Rock, Just Cuz, and The Presidio?
Sean Connery.
Who directed the films Darkman and Spider-Man?
Pass.
Who provided the score for E.T. the Extraterrestrial?
John Williams.
Who stars in the titular role in Ace Ventura?
That is Jim Carrey.
Who plays the Queen of Geneva in The Princess Diaries?
Pass.
In The Way Back, what sport does Ben Affleck coach?
Football.
And that's time.
Oh, I think that went really well.
And now that has been the Zaflertinflouse's speed round.
Speed round is a stressful round, I'll tell you that much.
It
I'm
is, and
impressed with
he
anyone
flew
who gets through it.
flying colors.
And we'll bring back Travis. And your winner and the new FCL champion of the world, Travis the Travesty Fishburn. Tavis Fishburn gets the job done. Down goes the flouse. Down goes the flouse. Tavis Fishburn, your new FCL champion. What do you say to that, Andrew Furtado?
There's a whole nother round. What are you talking about?
He has been knocked out cold.
You can't knock a champion out. That's against the rules.
You absolutely can. Steph Sabra, how do you feel about this?
What? This is exactly what we wanted. Entertainment, pure fun, and a new champion for some people. They've been wanting this all season, and we got it today. Andrew Furtado's so mad that apparently he can't even be on the screen with us anymore. But I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't rooting for anyone in particular. All I was rooting for was a good game, but I'll say this. Tavis Fishburn has put in the work. And he really does deserve the belt. He really, really is going to bring the. I can't wait to see what he does in the rest of his time at the FCL. What are you thinking, Brad?
You know what? Free at last. I feel like we are from the tyranny that has been the Zaflertinflouse. He has held that championship hostage for so long. But now it is time, Steph. We've done a lot of talking. I want to hear from the new first-class league champion, Travis the Travesty Fishburn. Steph Sabra, take it away with the new champ.
The new champ, Tavis Fishburn. You are not a travesty, but a travesty did happen to your opponent today. You have dethroned him, and you are now the rightful owner of the FCL championship belt. How are you feeling, Travis?
Finally, it feels great. Feels great to celebrate the Halloween season and finish out this fair of wars. I've been looking for the corn dog stands and the funnel cakes. Where are they at this fair?
I love funnel cakes. You've won me over in a lot of ways, and now you won me over even more by being a fan of funnel cakes. That means you have great taste. But in addition to having great taste, you also are just really good at this trivia stuff, Travis. You continue to impress. Brad and I'm sure the entire league is becoming bigger and bigger fans of you. But I got to ask, obviously, Zaflertinflouse is a big personality, and Furtado in his own right is a big personality, and we had both of them on screen. Like, did that affect any of your player mindset during this match today?
I mean, of course, they're trying to get into the head. And, of course, Furtado raiding my closet, trying to show me up and get in my head that way. But it didn't work.
Well, clearly you came out with the dub regardless. But is it what you thought it would feel like to now be the champion of the FCL? Like before, when you emailed Brad going into this and no name in the league, and now to become the name in the league, is it how you felt like it was going to feel, or is it totally different?
Oh yeah, it's all those things and more. Words just cannot describe the incredible feeling of being the FCL champion.
And now we finished an incredible season, and you have been a huge part of why the season has been so dope from start to finish. But what's the plan next? Like, what does the off season look like for you? Who do you want to take on next? What's in the plans for the travesty?
Well, I mean, obviously we got, who just won, and I'm gonna see them next season. But also, I'm gonna give everybody some fair warning that they did not get this season, and that is Star Wars belt. I am coming for it. Y'all get ready. Y'all get prepared. All the Star Wars belts.
What? Oh my God. Travis just got his first belt in the FCL, and he's putting the entire league on notice that he's going for that second belt, perhaps a double belted champion. We have to just wait and see until next season. But Travis, it's been so cool getting to know you. I always never know what city you're filming from. I don't know who you are, what you do, but I know that we've enjoyed every second with you, and I can't wait to see you back next season. Congrats again on the belt and the title.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, you heard from the brand new FCL champion, Tavis the Travesty Fishburn. Congratulations to him. But now, the moment we've really also been waiting for. As great as it is to see a new champion crowned, it's also great to see a former champion have to wallow in his sorrows. Steph Sabra, you have the final word of the season with Zaflertinflouse.
Wow. A lot of pressure. Brad just said the final words with Zaflertinflouse. Zaflertinflouse, you held the belt this season. You started a lot of controversy. A lot of people didn't like the belt on you. And today you are relinquished from the belt. And now there's a new belt holder. How are you feeling? You're still an international superstar, but that's got to feel a little bit salty.
Well, here's the thing. It's not so bad because I know that people really thought I was going to win this.
Yeah.
And there was no way they were going to think it was going to be a blowout.
No.
And I gave them what they wanted, something other than what they thought. They thought it would be a nail biter right to the last minute, but no, I gave them the blowout and just switched it up on them like that. I think if we could do it again, and I get all the Tarantino ones, then perhaps this would have gone a different way. But I will say that I think that Travis, he's no flouse, but he knows his stuff. And I congratulate him on his win. Of course, he will have to pay for shipping for the belt. I do not cover these things. But yes, I would be crying all the way to the bank with my new album coming out. I call it The Belt Is Gone, but my heart is still here.
The belt is gone, but my heart is still here. That sounds like a better song than Adele has ever written. I can't wait to see that come out. I'm sure that will be charting #1 for weeks to come and very emotional. But
the name of the album is 47. You know how she names it after her age? I do the same thing.
Oh, she took that from you.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it couldn't. Just how you told me how to correctly pronounce a name, which I know the chat is probably really getting after me for. You probably also told Adele this is how you name your albums.
Oh, Steph, I guarantee you, no one will correct you on that. No one is going to say that these questions were way too easy and they knew the questions that I was asked. I guarantee there will be none of this. It will be just like, great job, Zaflertinflouse, you did so good. And Steph, you say people's names so good. I know this is going to be the way things are, but good luck, Travis, on your ventures. And I'm proud to see you again because there's no doubt I will be back.
And if now that you've said you'll be back, will you be coming back with Andrew Furtado?
Yeah, I think Andrew did an okay job. Sometimes he's a little chatty. I feel bad because I actually stole his good camera because mine broke. He was nice enough to loan me his, and he got stuck with that stinker camera. So that was he has a good heart. He sometimes gets my orders wrong, online for the Amazon and such, but, yes, I think, if you could see from behind the scenes, his camera goes out again because he borrowed my horrible camera.
Well, that's really selfless of him, and that distinguishes him as a good team member. So we'll just have to see if the relationship lasts to next season. But what will the off season be filled with? More albums?
Oh no, just back to my hobby. As I don't know if you know that I work to bring back endangered species out of extinction. It's one of my little side hobbies, and I
Wow.
also collect
Stop making me
bric-a-brac,
fall in love
like
with you more.
like southern bric-a-brac and
Mm.
knickknacks and things like
Yeah.
that. I like to go antiquing. So really, this is a blessing in disguise.
I mean, it's been a blessing, not in disguise, just straight from my eyes, seeing you this entire match and this entire season. And I know this will not be the last time we meet, Zaflertinflouse, if you ever pick up my calls. But until next season, I hope you have a great night, and I can't wait to hear the album.
Thank you very much. Love you, Steph. Bye
I
bye.
love you.
Well, there you have it. He is gone. Will he be gone for good? I'm not sure, Steph Sabra, but Zaflertinflouse's reign as the FCL champion has ended, and that puts the cherry on top of the very first FCL warfare. We saw a number one contender match. We saw a double retirement match. We saw a Star Wars championship match that all were incredible, amazing, spectacular. Is next here on the Movie Trivia Schmodown schedule. Will FCL be there? I don't know. We'll find out. But Steph Sabra, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but just try to encapsulate your feelings, not only on this event, but the FCL season as a whole in our inaugural season here for the First Class League.
Well, it's hard to put into words, but I really, really loved every single second of FCL. It was something that we didn't really know what it was going to become. I really didn't even know what my part was going to be in it all. But the more that it unfolded, Brad is the best co-host ever. I'm just so obsessed with Brad, and also has the greatest fiance, so that makes him even better. But the competitors this year have been so fun, so spicy, always serving the drama, and the only thing better than them is the fans at home. Like, everyone watching with us live every single week, tweeting at us, talking to us, keeping the discussion going. Y'all are the actual best. I've been thinking of it like, you know, like basketball, college basketball, and NBA. Sometimes college basketball is just way more fun to watch. It's all the talent, less cockiness, more humble. They just want to eat. They just want to win and get out there. And that's what I've loved about the competitors. They just get out there. They're hungry. There's not as much ego, even though we did have an international superstar. But it's been the absolute best. And I've adored every second. And I can't wait to come back next season.
Oh, I can't either. Season 2 will be here quicker than you know it. I think that this has been a fun time, a learning time for all of us here at the FCL. We've really enjoyed everyone who's come every single week. You donated on Twitch, you subscribed, you did the Amazon things, you bought our shirts, you subscribed to the podcast, you do whatever you're supposed to do. We appreciate all of you. I got to give some special shout outs to Jacob Patrick, Adam Witt, Paul Denuzio, and of course, Dwayne Burke. Without the four of those people, this show would not be anywhere close to being possible on a weekly basis. And of course, the greatest of all time, Steph Sabra, whom I did not know prior to this season, prior to even doing the very first FCL show. We had no idea who each other were, but we took Roxy Strier's word for it that we would like one another. And look how we turned out. Look at it now. All right. Besties forever, and we look forward to FCL Season 2. So for the last time this season, my name is the Boat Brad Gilmore. That is Steph Sabra. This is the First Class League, and we will see you next season.